Welcome to our final feature match of week 2 here, the Playground League. We got Jeremy E, who is my teamer brethren here, on
That's
his
right.
potential final match up against Joseph S. And I got Joaquin here with me tonight. How's it going?
Oh, good, good. How you doing, Richard?
Not too bad. Enjoying what I'm seeing of this league. I'm not playing in this one, but maybe
Not.
having slight regrets here after seeing some of the cool stuff going on. Uh, Jeremy's unfortunately taking a mulligan. What's Joseph doing over there with his hand?
Joseph has a gruel pile, so he's got some red and green lands, a strangle, a terrarium, a burn the accursed, and a Magnagoth sentry. So, oh, and he's just drawn a Kyrie, the swirling sky, the double blue pipped dragon from Neon Dynasty. So, seems like a little bit spicy pile here.
Okay, so Jeremy just on blue and white cards here so far. Like I did mention at the outset, he is on his. He's at 5 losses, which for the 3 week league, that is enough to be on the verge of elimination here. So he's going to try and stay alive, and he's got in hand a couple of expensive cards here. He's got a Restoration Specialist, which can copy artifacts for 2 mana later on, but it's a 5 drop. It's got Gin of the Fountain, which is a 6 drop, and a Serpentine Curve, which is a 4 mana 1/1 at this time. So
What does that one get power for? Oh, the instants and sorceries in your graveyard.
yeah, I believe that's what it does. He's
So,
gonna impulse here.
he's just grabbed the Professor of Zoomancy off the
Okay.
impulse.
And you said he had a double what card in his hand?
Double blue card,
Okay,
the
double blue.
the
Okay,
blue dragon from
okay.
Neon Dynasty. Um, and he's just also drawn a Paragon of Modernity.
That's a angel, right?
Yes,
Artifact. Yeah.
yeah, the 4 mana 2/2.
Yeah. So a little bit of slow starts here for both. Though Jeremy did draw an interesting card. He can't cast it yet, but it's called the Hoffrey Ghost Forge. It's a Boros card.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one if you can cast it.
I believe all of your creatures, when they die, they become 1/1 copies, basically.
Yeah,
But are they're 2/2s essentially. All right, he's just gonna burn that thing. He said, "I don't know if you have artifacts, but I don't want to find out."
I mean, if you put it in his deck, he probably has some artifacts.
Yeah, or he's just playing a 5 mana 3/4 flyer. You never know.
Oh,
All right, so the Trapper here taps, I believe, non-humans,
I
or
thought it
does it
might
tap
be any
anything?
creature.
Okay, maybe it's anything. There was an old one that tapped. It was a 2 drop and it tapped non-humans, but this one might just be anything.
Right. So Joseph has drawn an opt, so he'll probably opt to hold that up,
I
as
mean,
well as
yeah, he's also just playing larger creatures here.
yeah.
Like Jeremy didn't do anything necessarily wrong. They both had a bit of a slow start, but the green deck is just playing large creatures as it does.
Indeed.
So he can play his Gin of the Fountain, which is 6 mana 4/4. And whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you could choose one of the options. I believe it like blinks itself. You scry one. Yeah, so +1/+1, or scry one, or blink it
Or bling
until
it.
end step. But it's also
Yeah,
just a 6 mana
exactly.
4/4 flying, which is not looking too good on this board.
Yeah. There's a Dwarven Forge Chanter on the top. That's the 1/3 with prowess, and he puts that to the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's drawn a Tamiyo's completion. So
Okay, well, that's gonna do away with that 4/4 and just keep the attacks going here. Yeah, not much you can do about that.
just beat down.
I mean, you can block here and turn it into a. I forget how big the creature on the back is, but it's certainly bigger than the
Right.
1/3. I think it's a 4/4. Yeah, he's drawn a red source here, but it's tapped.
Uh,
So he can make his disturb creature here, and I think it's two to tap a creature. So
Yes.
looks like you might just have to do Serpentine Curve
A
as a 2/2, which is
little rough.
not how you like it.
Little rough. Joseph has drawn an excavation explosion, so he's got a couple good answers to the creatures here.
Yeah, that's going to accelerate the game. Yeah, you can tap here, take 4 or chump block. It's all pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph might choose to strangle. Oh, he's gonna play. Oh, I've right. He can
Just
play his
play his
dragon.
dragon. Yeah. Just tell him like
I
your
guess
move.
he didn't want to. He didn't
Your move.
want to strangle the tapper. I'm surprised.
I guess he feels he doesn't need to show that, but I guess he could show his
Maybe.
dragon. Says, I don't need to show you anything except this gigantic dragon, which has ward 3 and I don't remember what it does when it dies, but I'm sure it's not fun for Jeremy.
Looks like you get back any number of non-land permanents with total mana value 6 to their owner's hands, so it bounces things, or you can mill 6, then return up to 2 instants and sorceries to your hand.
Well, it's not dying, so the one
Yeah.
dying will unfortunately be Jeremy in this game, but he has another game to come back, but yeah, just a little slow here. His deck is basically, I mean, he has 5 red cards, so not too heavy on the red. Definitely a splash. He's got some nice cards here. He's got to Vanquish the Horde.
Oh, nice.
He's got a Leer. He's got to Invoke the Winds. So he's got some nice top end here as well as the Hoffrey. So definitely a spells heavy deck. There's quite a few cards that care about spells. There's Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart, which we saw absolutely take over a couple games earlier in the hands of Aaron B. So he's got some good spells payoffs and just solid cards all around. But he does need to win this one
Yeah.
to stay in the league. What's is Joseph making any changes?
Joseph has a teamer pile. Looks like it's mostly blue red, splashing some big green features. He didn't decided not to make any sideboard changes.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I saw some good Prismari top end from Strixhaven. The couple of green creatures we saw, just a number of blue red spells, lots of interaction.
Yeah, I didn't catch exactly what came in, but he did bring in 2 cards. He's taking out the Serpentine Curve. I mean, it was pretty bad in that game. That probably wasn't representative of the average case for it, but it was particularly poor there. And I mean,
Yeah, it was rough.
he's got one of the best common creatures ever printed in the history of Magic in his deck, which is the Inspiring Overseer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Organ Hoarder. Yeah, that's they had a run of those value features for a while.
I mean, across the 6 sets that are used in that are for this league, is there a better common than Inspiring Overseer?
Yeah, probably not.
Hard to find one.
But I'm splashing it in my deck along with the Imperial Oath.
Well, it's a beautiful life to lead when you can play Inspiring Overseers. So Jeremy's kept the
Indeed.
hand here. It's a little funny looking. He's going to be leaning heavily on his professional face breaker here.
Oh, well, that's some fixing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph had a few blue cards and no islands, so he sent it back.
So he's got Plains, Mountain, professional face breaker. And then he's got 3 blue cards, one of them costing 4 blue mana symbols. The
Invoke
Invoke
the
the
winds.
Winds. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if the
Yeah, Joseph's got one of each of his colors, and he's got a Chromantic Lantern, a Rooftop Nuisance, a Croaking Counterpart,
okay, well that's a
Quandrix
fun one.
Sludge Mage. And he just drew the blue red Dean, the flip card.
Okay, well, I mean, you basically only ever played the. Was it the red one? Was it you didn't play the blue one usually, right?
Yeah, those deans had so much text. I could not tell you what a lot of them do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of faces are going to need to get broken here
Uh, Cast
to
and
get the
invoke the ones.
mana fixed over here. So he's got a bounce spell that draws a card out of the way. He could cast that. He also just cast this candle trap. It has defender
Yeah, there
and
you go.
prevent all damage it would deal. He's also got an arcane subtraction and a wrath in hand. So he's got 5 blue cards. So
Yeah,
let's be real. And yeah, Facebreaker is going to need to relax here. So what's the flavor of rooftop nuisance? The birds are causing the guy to like get tapped.
I think so.
What is
But that, like, how does the sacrificing the creature? I don't know.
Yeah, not sure. Right, well,
Right.
so he decided he wanted to bounce the Facebreaker rather than have it tapped down, and that's fair. He
Right.
got his treasure back, but might be rough here. With I guess he could bounce that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one where at the beginning of your upkeep, you get the top card of your opponent's deck until end of turn.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, the blue one you almost never played. I think the blue one like you could pseudo suspend things. It
Uh,
was took forever to do anything with, and this card was very good.
yeah, I think that's the hardest they've ever gone on the amount of text and split cards. I think
Oh, these ones, yeah, there was.
the deans from Strixhaven.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember other ones that had a lot, but these ones were quite heavy on the words. There was double face cards in Kaldheim too that were had a lot of words on them.
Oh yeah, the gods.
Yeah, the gods and whatnot. But anyway, he's keeping himself healthy here. He's drawn a second island, so he may yet be able to cast his invoke the winds.
Invoke the wins one day.
I mean, if Joseph just taps out for this Dean again, he can actually get a treasure and cast the invoke the winds on the Dean. I mean, it's
Wow,
within reach here.
that's rough.
So if Joseph just comes to the conclusion that his
Wonder-
best play is to replay this 5 drop, it may end up in the hands of his
Yeah,
opponent.
I wonder if there's any thought. Oh, it looks like that's what he's gonna do. I was wondering if there's any thought to Krogan counterpart the 2-1 and bounce his own pledge mage back.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to know that this is what your opponent's going to have. So you can attack
Of
here with
course.
the flyer to get his treasure. Attacking with the face breaker will not be good. Can't he
Let's
just
see.
double block?
He could, but maybe
Huh.
he's blocking.
Interesting. This the candle trap. The creature can still block, right? That's
Yeah,
my
and he can only exile with Coven.
right. Well, he got there from his hand of plains mountain.
He
He
did.
did it. So
Very nice.
he found a way to make it happen, and now big old trouble here for Joseph.
Yeah, he's drawn a desynchronize
That's put a creature second from the top or something like
on the
that.
top of the bottom.
Oh, on the
Yeah,
top. Okay, and scries too.
yeah,
Yeah, we get that for like 3 or usually 4 mana, but
yeah.
I guess they're still trying to find the sweet spot with that effect. But it seems like 4 is the spot they found.
Usually, yeah.
Oh, chromatic lens. Yeah, desynchronize. I want it back. Give me
It's
that.
Dean.
I want my Dean back.
Oh,
Makes
but
sense.
I guess he doesn't want it back. He
Okay,
just
well,
doesn't want Jeremy to have it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's just taking it off the table here.
Yeah. He's put an excavation explosion on the top.
Okay, that'll get rid of the one of the threats here.
Yeah.
But there's 3 threats now, so
Yeah. And he has Coven.
uh, does not have any Coven cards, but oh, for the
For
candle
the
trap.
single trap.
Yeah, okay. What is it? You can exile the creature.
Yeah.
Okay. He has suit up in hand, which I
Mm.
believe is does that make the creature a 4 power? If so, he
It
can
makes it a
just win.
4/5. Yeah,
Okay, so he can just win here by attacking with
with the
the
trapper.
0/2.
Yeah, I mean,
Opponent's tapped
unless
out.
Joseph
Oh well,
blocks.
it's does it if it doesn't give it flying, then there's no point because he could just block. I
Yeah, you can block. He will.
think he's just gonna let it happen. Okay, just nothing happens here for that. He can now play the. I think he's gonna play his Moonfolk Puzzle Maker, or not.
Mhm.
No, no, yeah. I won't. I won't Coflerize that one out loud. You can leave that to your imagination. Any? No, I was gonna say any options here for Joseph, but yeah.
No, he had the removal spell and the croaking counterpart.
So it looks like in each game we sort of saw the decks do what they were, meant to do.
Yeah.
With Jeremy getting some value with evasion, and Joseph in the first game just playing big stuff. Jeremy deciding if he saw anything worthy of making further changes.
Yeah, Joseph's just messaging Jeremy back. I don't know. I'm not sure he's seriously considering any changes.
But it kind of was, wasn't it?
It kind of is, right?
Because he had the
He's
suit up.
right. Now Joseph's not going to know to play around that.
Yeah, I remember for a few sets in a row, or like at least a few within a certain period of time, that effect was really good in those sets.
Right.
The suit
Because
up,
that effect by itself was terrible for most of the history of Magic, and then they put draw a card on it, and suddenly it was busted.
yeah, but it was particularly good in Neo because
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the ninjutsu decks you were very incentivized to
right,
block.
right.
So then this punished blocking like really hard. You basically would always win combat. Like you could never lose combat making your guy to a 4/5, and you could
Yeah, that
win.
was or the you were already dead.
Yeah, and then I think in uh was it Capenna, which was like right after
Yeah,
they
they
had
had the
the
one.
one that gave it flying. I mean, a 4 from that was good too.
Yeah, that was
And I
good.
think we saw a couple other good ones, and then we don't see that, and then they just started being bad
Yeah,
again.
in Lord of the Rings, they had the one that it had the ring tempts you plus having that effect.
Yeah, and then like we get it for like 1 mana in like LCI and MKM, and like nobody ever played those cards.
Yeah, if you can't draw a card or get most of a card, it's not
Yeah,
worth it.
one was called it was like Behind the Mask, and the LCI I think was Relics Roar. It's like nobody ever played them. So like they found the sweet spot, but it was like a little too sweet, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it went overboard.
Like 4/5 draw card for 3 mana
Yeah,
is kind of ridiculous. It's like a giant growth, basically. you know. Anyway,
yeah.
what's Joseph got in his hand here?
He has mini lands. He has
Okay,
all his colors, and then Akami's Flare.
that's it.
That's it.
4 lands.
There's 4 lands. Kami's Flare.
Okay.
He kept the 5 lander with the creature and the Kami's Flare, and then has just drawn lands.
All right. That is the risk inherent in keeping those hands. I guess yeah. On the play, you don't want a mulligan, but yeah,
Yeah, he's
it's fine.
drawn a non-land that fetches a land with his Ecologist Terrarium.
No, it's something. So Jeremy's got a couple lands, but he's got 5 spells, so he'll have stuff to do for the foreseeable future. He's got Divide by Zero, uh, Thirst for Knowledge, and Lightning Strike, which are all instants. He's got
Nice.
Restoration Specialist, which is that 3/4 that can copy artifacts, and a Sunblade Samurai.
Oh, oh, pretty good.
So he's gonna have stuff to do. He's just gonna bounce this. He'll say, "I don't feel like taking three. I'll take two instead."
Wonder what he's going to learn for.
Looks like he's gonna get his elemental summoning. He had an environmental sciences and I think one of the intros and this one. So let's
Hmm.
get a let's make a 5/4 token. Is that what it does? Or 4/4?
4/4, I think.
Okay, yeah, 4/4. I'm getting a refresher on these cards,
Yeah.
but it's a good refresher. It's like a reminder of like I wouldn't say these sets were simple, but they're simpler than what we have now.
Yeah.
It was a
A lot
nice
of them were
time.
fun.
It was a nice time where there was power, but it wasn't overboard. So it wasn't like a bunch of stinky cards, but it wasn't like this power level that just hits you in the face and the play boosters with,
Yeah.
2 to 3 rares in the packs and missing foundational cards like commons.
Oh, for sure.
Just good magic. Like this was a strong period.
Yeah. I thought the learn lesson was really cool for limited.
Yeah, I it was okay. Not my favorite, but not my. I didn't dislike it. All right, so a couple creatures here, but Jeremy's obviously up on cards here.
Yeah.
So cards that were added to his hand since earlier. He's got a bury-in books and a prison sentence, so that's removal to go along with his lightning strike, and he's drawn a combat thresher as well.
Oh, wow.
So if this specialist lives,
Well, we can
he can
copy
he
the
can copy
combat
the combat thresher. So you can have two 1/1s that draw a
and
card.
draw two cards. Yeah.
Yep,
I don't know.
it's build your own Muldrifter, Cloudblazer, whatever.
What's
Five
your favorite
mana,
card?
two 1/1s, draw two cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I support it.
Yeah.
It's
Joseph is drawn desynchronized, so maybe he's going to think about
okay.
desynchronizing the specialist.
Yeah, yeah. Specialist. It's like it's poor enough on rate that if your opponent's playing it, they have artifacts. They're not just playing a
Yeah.
5 mana 3/4 flyer. Like your opponent's got to have at least a few artifacts. All right, looks like he's gonna get to do the thing here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's when you cast an artifact or when the artifact enters. So he may respond
Oh,
to the
must be when
cast.
I. Oh,
Okay,
he
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
respond.
He's
All
allowing
right.
it. Okay. Well, this is what you could call a happy place of sorts.
Pretty good.
And he's even drawn a candle trap that he could use if he wants, and he's drawn his inspiring overseer and his wrath. So,
Very nice.
oh yeah, he's blazing for sure here. He's saying it's for me in his little chat box. So I appreciate it, but I'm sure you would have done this even if I wasn't here.
I think so.
All right, so shut down the Quandrix from dealing damage.
Yeah, it looks like he'll desynchronize the elemental here.
Yeah, I suppose that he was saving it just as a clean removal.
Yeah, makes sense. He puts a Pixie Illusionist on the bottom, and he keeps a Keldon Flame Mage on the top.
The Flame Mage was like a rare that, like, if
Yes.
you when you enlist it, you could cast spells for less mana, something like this.
Yes. When it attacks, look at the top X, where X is its power. You may exile an instant or sorcery card with mana value X. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. You may cast the exile card without paying its
Uh,
mana cost.
it has
Okay.
enlist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't super strong. Because on its face, you just look at two cards and you have to find a two mana spell. It's a lot to ask,
Yeah.
right? Jeremy says, I don't like that anyway. I'm gonna lightning strike that. And this is the second time, like I mentioned earlier, we saw Raph being put to great use in
Oh yeah.
Aaron's deck earlier. So He may not be playing in the league, but Raf is here in spirit tonight on the battlefield. And now, well,
Here's
he's
the
just doing it all.
common. Yeah. I wonder if he's going to use this Kami's clarinet. Yeah, he decides not to.
Yeah, I mean, he's holding on to his remove. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. That's like better than what's in play now to get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can just bury this thing in books, I suppose.
Oof.
The prison sentence, I don't
I-
think he wants to do that because the prison sentence will still allow it to have a triggered ability.
right. And he can draw a card off the burying books.
You can draw a card off his shore up as well, which will protect any one of these creatures. So that the burn spell that was in hand for Joseph is now looking to be turned off by this shore up here.
Wow.
Yeah, so Jeremy definitely doesn't want him to untap with that Dean.
Understandably.
Does he want to spend 5 mana to put it? It puts it second, I believe.
I think that's right. And you get a discount if it's attacking.
Yes. He's now drawn
Yeah.
his board wipe, which I don't think he's
I
too
don't think
interested in casting,
he's
even
that.
though it costs 2 mana. Right? So just getting in for damage here with the flyers, and he can hold up his shore up to protect, and hopefully for him be on his way to surviving the week.
Oh, so he's drawn a Philology Archaeologist, which he
That
knows is going to mill his Dean.
Yeah, but maybe you can find something here.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Unfortunate that that was the card that was on top of the deed. Okay,
Ooh. Oh, that's a card.
that is better than probably a lot of the rares.
Yeah.
That card was like maybe top 10 or 15 cards in the entire set, rares included.
Oh, yeah. Quite good.
Scary, scary card. All right.
Yeah, as Rothwell was having that one ninja back to their hand.
Oof. It felt like you didn't even need to do that. That feels like overkill here. Right, so he gets to attack knowing he's not really taking any damage on the way back. So how do you draw 4 cards? You have to be empty-handed going into the turn, basically.
I think that's right.
But he is going to be then, right? Because he's gonna doesn't he have a
Yeah,
burn
if he
spell to
uses.
fire off?
Yeah. Oh, it's one or fewer cards in hand. Yeah, so you have to be
Yeah, so you
empty-handed.
have to be empty-handed, draw for turn, beginning of
Right.
main phase, trigger, draw the 4.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to refill his hand. So
Yeah.
there's not that many cards that can catch you up when you're behind like uh, Joseph is on board and on cards and on life. But this is one that can do a lot of work.
Yeah. Go for the overseer here.
Interesting they went for the overseer rather than like the RAF, which is like a
Yeah, the
consistent
raft
source
just
of
keeps
card
getting value.
advantage. He might not even fight over this. He might just keep the shore up for the RAF.
Yeah.
Okay, he said, "Let me
Yeah,
let me keep it anyway."
I know. Draw a card while you can.
All right, so the overseer is protected.
Indeed.
That is
Okay, so
that.
he's refilled his hand nicely
Oh
here. He's
yeah.
got the blue dragon, the burn the accursed, a frost fist strider, and a rooftop nuisance.
All right, so we got a real game here going. I would say now.
Yeah.
This behold the unspeakable turned unfavorable situation into much better for Joseph here. Crazy, crazy and uncommon. If that card was a rare, exactly as printed, I don't think anybody would even blink.
Yeah. Or a mythic.
I don't know about Mythic, but I think at rare it could just be as is. You wouldn't have to change anything. Sometimes you see an uncommon and you're like, oh yeah, if they like took off a mana or added a power or something, that could be a rare. You could just print this card as is.
Yeah. What a card.
Yeah, wild. All right, so off goes the
There's a card mage,
Ledge
like him.
Mage. He's going to take this opportunity now to remove a couple of threats here. Now he's got
Yeah.
Leer, so he can potentially start casting stuff from his
Oh
graveyard here.
goodness. Yeah.
I believe it's
Keep
only
it
during your
real.
turn, right? Is that
Is it only during your turn?
or was that the alchemy version?
Yeah, that would be the alchemy version.
I know that you can't cast counter spells with it. Well, it says spells
Oh,
can't be
it
removed.
says because it says spells can be. Can be.
Okay, so you can still cast stuff on opponent's turn with it then.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is the alchemy version.
yeah, okay. Why did I know that? Yeah. So yeah, so to be clear with Lear, you can cast instant sorceries from your graveyard with flashback at any time, but the counter spells won't do anything. All right, he says it's time to attack here. You're at 8. I need you dead,
Yeah,
please.
those double strikers are good with the Wrath ability.
Yeah, he does have that ability up here. So depending on blocks, this could be pretty bad. If he doesn't block one of the double, if he doesn't block, he has to block one of the double
He just
strikers. Okay, so yeah, he found the line here, the double strikers with that Wrath ability. So Jeremy does stay alive here. He gets to play another. Well, he gets to play in week 3, and congratulations to him on the match. And thanks for watching.